Yeah, now you can go ahead.
Okay. So this project is for pharma client, like our client was pharmaceutical, and what they wanted was, usually what happens is they mostly believes in research than like uh, marketing or advertisement of drugs, etc., right? So what their intent was, they always believed in spreading awareness in customers, or you can say prescribers. Now what is prescriber? Prescriber is someone who prescribes your medicines or drugs, right? Who has that power of prescribing, that if you are fallen sick or you are not feeling well, then they can prescribe or they can write the medicine for you, so that like you like that prescription, you go to medical shop and then purchase any medicines, right? So the intent of this particular team was to basically spread awareness in customers, or you can say prescribers, about their drug. And for this, they used to have speaker programs. So basically, they used to conduct speaker programs where a key opinion leader, or you can say like PhD holder, like all those folks who are like very, uh, uh, they know about the drugs very well. They have done PhD, or they are usually called as key opinion leader, KOL. So you can say like these are the terminology that you need to basically focus on while talking about. So they used to have speaker programs where a KOL, which is key opinion leader or PhD holder, used to speak about the drugs, and other prescribers used to attend those basically programs, right? So the idea of a speaker program is to create awareness of the drug to the physician, and the expectation is that they start prescribing their drug after the program, right? So for this purpose, uh, in for this, what will be the success metrics for us? The success metrics will become number of attendees that are attending that program, speaker program, number of prescribers who will prescribe the medicines. Then there will be a calculated uh, basically calculated metrics, which is prescribers per attendee. Like let's say there are 100 folks attending your speaker program, but uh, the prescribers are very less, let's say only 10, right? So then the ratio, then we get to know that okay, out of 100 folks, only 10 folks has capability to basically prescribe my drug after understanding about the drug, right? So we want to what and prescribers are basically targets for us, because we want to target those folks who can prescribe my medicine, and then that medicines are basically sold out in the market, right? So that the sales also increase. So our intent is with that promotional program is to increase target per attendee ratio. Target is who? Target is someone who can prescribe the medicine, and attendee is who? Attendee is someone who will attend your program, right? So there will be one matrix which we will look into is prescriber, or you can say target per attendee. Then what is the conversion rate? What is the by conversion rate? What I mean, like how many folks after your promotional program is basically, first of all, how many of them are attending, right? And how many of them are prescribing, right? Basically, so basically target per attendee ratio is one of the important metrics that we are going to look into this particular project. And then what is the cost associated with the promotional program? That is also something we will track. Okay, so to give a gist of the project that I just now talked about, what you can tell is the team, or this project is for a pharma company, and the team for which I was working is responsible for tracking and measuring the metrics to measure the effectiveness of the program, right? This is what you need to tell. Now, and then you want to tell the team wants to enable better decision making. Now this team is your team, basically, to whom you are supporting, the team that you are supporting. So the team wants to enable better decision making by building a consolidated decision board. Decision board will be Power BI or Tableau or anything, right? So you can just tell that the team wants to enable better decision making by building a consolidated decision board which ensures structured reporting, better visualization, and uses and enables data-driven decision making. So this was the intent of the basically the project, right? Any questions, anyone? Like, how did you get, like, what is the project all about?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is it clear to you guys? Otherwise I'll repeat myself because it's very important to understand what is the project.
Okay, so
Basically.
you just explained the scope of the project, right? So
Correct. Scope of the
scope
project.
is okay to I mean spread awareness to subscribers. So
Correct.
they have key opinion leaders for that, to speak and to convince or to explain other the attendees. And so you track the number of attendees and how many of them subscribe out of them, and just to
Yeah.
check if the target in the target attendee, and the scope is if this ad campaign or this thing works.
Promotional program, we call it. Promotional program. Yeah.
Yeah, because mainly at this stage we're involving the physicians and also the regular people who just happen to take. For example, maybe they're promoting now diabetic medication, so they wanted to convince the doctors that this is the best medication hitting the market. So they will explain to them how it works, and then the general audience also be aware. But if there are no doctors, or if there are only few doctors who can prescribe in that meeting room, it will be meaningless because nobody prescribes it. So that's the ratio, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. You're right. You're right. So basically, that's why we will look at, first of all, the number of prescribers, number of attendees, and the ratio will be important, which is like prescribers per attendees. And
Yes.
Prescribers per attendees, you can call as target per attendees also, because our target will be prescribers, right? So
Hi, I'm sorry. Can you briefly repeat it one more time, please? I'm kind of confused in the middle.
Okay, sure. I can talk about it again. So basically, Eden, this particular project is for pharma company. We are supporting a pharma company. That is the first thing, right? And the project is all about promotional program. Because what is the intent of this project? The idea of this promotional program is to create awareness of the drug to the physician, uh, and the expectation is, like, post the program, they start prescribing their drug. So this is the main theme of this particular or you can say this is the business, basically, to whom we are supporting. This is the background. And then for this uh, promotional program or speaker program, they came to us so that we can create a consolidated decision board which ensures structured reporting, better visualization, and enable data driven decision making. So that, like, whatever, let's say they are having let's say 15 or 20 programs in a month or so, right? Out of those 15, how many got completed, how many got planned but not completed, how many got cancelled, right? These are the parameters that they will look into. Like, it got completed, that promotional program got completed, what was the effectiveness, how they will get to know. So for that purpose, they want us to create a decision board or a dashboard through which they can track the performance of promotional program, like how we are performing, and if we are not performing that well, if let's say target are not coming, target is basically prescribers, right? So if target who are attending our program is very less, how can we increase the target rate, right? How can we ensure that more number of people are attending my program? So this is the intent of this project.
Okay.
Any questions, any doubt?
No, that's clear now.
Got it. Okay. Salim, you are very silent. Did you get it? What is it
Yes,
all about?
thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
If you have question, you can go ahead. Yeah.
No,
Don't
I'm
think.
good.
Okay. Yeah. So fine. The background you guys understood, right? So basically, the team that you will be supporting, the team name was Promotional Program Management Team. This is the team that we were supporting, right? We had folks in US, and we were working from India, and we together used to basically support or look into this particular side of program. Like we used to look at the promotional program. So the team, which is Promotional Program Management Team, is responsible for reporting and measuring operational effectiveness of promotional activities. And this team, which is like Promotional Program Management Team, which we were supporting as a like whole, wants to enable better decision making by building a consolidated dashboard which ensures structured reporting, better visualization, and enables data-driven decision making. So this is the background of the project. Yeah.
I have a question. So this promotional program management team, that belong to your side or the client side?
Correct. So this is like promotional program management team was the client side, not us.
Side.
We were supporting the promotional program management team.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now this is the background. Now, what we did, the intent was to create a dashboard. That is clear, right? So basically, initially when they came to us, right, the situation, I will tell you what was the current situation and then what was the desired state they wanted us to be in. So when they came, the current tracking of promotional program, by current I would say, like when they you guys if get confused, just let me know, but by the current state I will tell when they came to us what was the state of the project and what was the desired future state, like after creating a dashboard, like what was they looking, what kind of support they were looking from us, right, and what was the end goal to achieve. So the current state was that the current tracking of a speaker promotional program was being used, was being done using PowerPoint presentation. And PowerPoint presentation is not that user friendly, right? Because you can't basically slice and dice data. It won't get refreshed very easily every week or every month, right? So it was not that user friendly, and it used to require a lot of effort to generate insights using that PowerPoint presentation, right? So what the team wanted from us was, the team wanted to convert the current reporting framework to a structured, user-friendly, interactive framework for faster decision making and better insights. So that's why they came to us. They already had something in PowerPoint, which was not that extensive. Like they had few views, and actually they wanted this report on a regular monthly cadence, right? So it was very difficult for them to track all the metrics and then generate insights out of it. So that's why they came to us to basically create a framework which is more user friendly, which is more structured, which is faster in making, or which helps in faster decision making, and which helps in providing better insights. So that was the basically the ask from the client side to us. Is it clear?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
So the desired future state was, the outcome was for us to create a self-served decision board. This is like very widely used term. You can also use, then it will feel like you have like you also do, you have done all these, right? So a self-served decision board, this means that it is auto, like nobody has to do anything. It's self-served, like you can plug and play, you can slice and dice data, you can change the filter and everything, right? So you can tell the outcome or the final output that they wanted from us was to create a self-serve decision board to track the performance of promotional program.
Is that self?
Right?
Is that did you say self-serve decision board or?
Yeah.
Okay, self-serve.
Self-serve decision board. Let me ping you here.
May I hope at the end you will email us this document, yeah?
Yes.
So that,
yeah, we need it.
I'm
yes,
hoping.
Yes, I will email you these documents. Don't worry about that. I will have to like like I don't have like exact document. I need to basically write something from my end, then gather like few things that I have and then consolidate it, and I'll send it to you guys. So I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that. Have the document. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'll send that, but just for now, like since you guys are in the meeting, it's better to clear it out as soon as like you hear about something new, right? Because otherwise later on you will study, you will then think what is all these, right? So that's better. That's why I was telling, right? So this was the outcome.
Self-serve decision board. What is that again?
Yeah, self-serve board is a very widely used terminology, which means like it's nobody has to do anything. It's like a full in itself, like it's sufficient in itself. You just have to go change the filters and you will see the views, right? Like there is no need to basically do anything else apart from like whatever is present in this dashboard. That is like sufficient to generate insight for you guys or make decision making. Like let's say you present your dashboard or you give your dashboard to like higher management or like big leaders, right? So now they have not to do, like they don't have to do anything. That decision board or that dashboard is self-sufficient. It will help you in understanding the charts and generate insights out of it. You don't have to do anything.
So it's a ready-made.
It's ready-made. Yes. That's what the self-serve means. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody will ask you this question. This is only for you. But that's the intent, because when we tell self-serve dashboard, that means it will allow you to basically do the analysis and generate better insights without basically making any more changes into the dashboard or do anything from your end. It's like self-sufficient kind of thing. Okay. So basically the outcome was you understood, like they wanted a dashboard from our side so that they can track the performance of promotional program. Now, how we did that, right? What was the approach that we followed? So you need to tell, like this was the basically the project that they came for. This was the outcome that they wanted from us. And then comes the third thing, how we approached in order to basically create the entire dashboard. So the first step in any of the project, you can basically include these 5-6 approach in all of your projects, right? The first thing that we do to to solve any problem statement is requirement gathering. That is the first step, right? Like what is the requirement, and then we will work on it. So first step is requirement gathering. In this case, what kind of requirement gathering we did? We obtained the PowerPoint presentation for different brands. So they have like different brands also. You don't need to tell that much thing. Like you can tell like you basically created a dashboard for there is one brand which is called oncology, right? There are various brands in this pharma company, oncology, Eliquis, Orencia, all of these. You can just tell you have worked for one brand. You don't need to, or you can tell like I have worked long ago, so I don't remember that much. But you just tell that there was one, basically we were doing it for promotional program management team, and we wanted to create a dashboard, and basically the first step was the requirement gathering that we did, and we obtained all the PowerPoint presentations that they had with them. And then we basically had several business understanding calls. So in order to develop proper understanding of this space, what is it, what does prescriber means, what does attendees means, all those things, right? So the second thing in requirement gathering, first of all, you obtained everything, all the material that they had, already existing material in PowerPoint, because that was the intent to convert PowerPoint into dashboard. The second thing you did is you took like a number of business understanding calls from them in order to develop proper understanding of this space. And the third thing you did is you understood the available data that they had and obtained the data from data management team, right? Because that's when you will start working on any of the projects. So this is like very generic kind of thing. You can include this in any of your project. If you want to look like, make it look like you have done it very extensively, you can do that. So in any project, you can tell that the first step that we did is requirement gathering. In requirement gathering, there can be multiple things. One is like understanding the business. Second is understanding the data, gathering the existing existing reports that they have. All these things will come under requirement gathering. Fine. Any questions?
No.
No?
Yeah, I count 3. Right?
Go on, Bajo.
Yeah, you said 5, but I count 3 so far.
Sorry?
I count 3, but you said 5 steps, right?
Okay, no. There are multiple steps, like 5, 6 steps. That's what I'm telling. This is the first step that I talked about. Like just now I told you about. The first step is requirement gathering. There are like 4, 5, 6 steps, or you can minimize it into like 4 steps also. But if you tell that this is how you approach any problem, and these are the 4, 5 steps that we have took, so it will look nice that okay, this is very structured kind of thing that this particular person has done, right?
Good.
Yeah, so the out of those 4, 5, 6, whatever number of steps, but out of those number of steps, the first step is like, and the very basic step is requirement gathering, right? Then the second step comes is design and structuring, right? So once you have understood what is the business, what kind of data it is, you have obtained the data, right? The second thing comes is design and structuring. Now, in any of the project, wherever you go, right, this is the way that we do. You will not directly jump and start creating a dashboard. What is basically being done by the companies, or in fact, like I have worked into like few companies, whenever we get any problem, we create a visual wireframe. That could be in any of the thing. We created it in Excel. So by visual wireframe, what I mean is like that is a mock-up kind of dashboard that we will brainstorm what kind of visuals will be helpful to show in our final dashboard. So before start creating the final dashboard, the final output, there is an intermediary step which is called basically, or which we call it as visual wireframe, or you can tell mock-up. You created a mock-up for the final dashboard. And that mock-up means like what kind of chart we should show, what kind of metrics we should show, what should be the flow of the entire dashboard so that it's easier to understand if we look from like leader's perspective. What kind of insights will be generated from my dashboard? All these things keeping in mind, we will create a wireframe, or you can create a mock-up. You can say that is creating a mock-up. That visual wireframe should cater to business, and it should be in some way, like we should create it in such a way that it summarizes the entire promotional program. In this case, I am talking it summarizes the entire promotional program thing, like performance, the spend, attendees, like what all areas we have here in promotional program. We need to touch base on each one of these and then create a mock-up in such a way that we cover the entire thing, so that like we can generate output out of this. And then once that wireframe is done, what we do, we get a sign off from our clients that this is how your final dashboard is going to look. Are you okay with this, or you want some modification, or you are not liking this chart? Then what do you want from us? Are you okay with this metric looking at us? Because they know, right, what they want to look at. So basically, after creating that visual wireframe, you need to get sign off from your client that this is how your final output will look. Are you fine with that or not? So this is the second step, which is called as design and structuring, right? Now, this is about my current project, like whatever current project we are talking right now. Let's say you guys are explaining some other project to anyone, right? In that also you can include this particular step, right? Because since you are explaining the Power BI dashboard project, you can tell, right, like we did requirement gathering and then we created a mock-up in which we tried to come up with all those important metrics that we can show, and then we created some visualization or some charts in Excel. You can say, like, you can create wireframe in any of the available basically data, any of the tool, right? Data tool. So you can tell that we created all these and then we showed it to our clients. And once we get the sign off, we started working on the final dashboard using Power BI or Tableau or whatever you are doing, right? So this is like a common step in all the projects, you can tell. Is it clear? Any questions, anyone?
Yes, it's clear. So we created a mock-up a dashboard on an Excel or on a Power BI report.
Yeah, you can tell Excel only, because Excel it's easier. No, like you don't have to actually work with actual data, right? Mockup means what? You just, let's say you want to do a pie chart on dashboard. What you will do, you will create a circle out of there in Excel, and then you will write, okay, this is like the number of programs that we will showing it. Or you can create a donut chart and then you can tell that this is the number of programs completed, planned, cancelled, like this it will look, and this is what we will have in our dashboard. So it's easier, like it's just a mock-up. We will not plug any data or anything in that. It will just like visual lookup, like how it will look. And then once that look or that's visual, once that visual is passed from our client, then we will start working, okay, to create this donut chart, what kind of data we need, how we will modify our data, and then create this one, right? So for that, for visual mockup, you don't need any data. You just need to have like idea what you are going to show in your dashboard, and you will just create like just a mockup kind of thing, like normal circle or normal bar chart using any mockup data, like so that you can show like there are 2-3 bars, and then one is for this thing, one is for this thing, like that. You can tell you have created, so the end thing is like, to your question, you can tell that you have created mockup in Excel. That's also fine, because for creating mockup, you don't need any data, anything. Are you clear with like the mockup thing, like mockup concept, like what I'm talking about, Selene?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Anyone, any question, any doubts?
I think it's really good because it's practical and it makes sense. I think it's easy to follow, especially for us not doing actual project before. It's really now I can see the flow, especially once you give us like kind of cheat sheet for this one, like step by step and this marketing these wordings, like these jargons. I think we can practice it and we'll internalize it. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we will go ahead. So these are the two steps: requirement gathering, design, and structuring. Then third step comes is backend creation. Now, once you got sign off from your client, what will be the next step, right? Like you know what to do, you know what all charts you need to prepare. Now, if the client has passed that, okay, these are the things that you are going to do, I'm good with this, I need my dashboard in having all these charts, right? The third step will come now to basic actually create those charts. You need data, right? So the third step will be the backend creation, or you can say data creation, or you can say data modeling. Any name you can give, that is fine. The third step is basically working on the data part, right? You can tell data modeling or backend creation, anything you can tell, right? So in that, what you will do, again, for data part, you need to create, because there will be multiple data sources, right? And to create or to understand each of the data, and then how it will get connected to each, like one table will get connected to other table, what will be the primary key, what will be the secondary key, right? For that thing, you need to understand first what is data, right? And then the second thing is to create those charts, what kind of data or what kind of relationship you need to create, right? So you need to know, right? Okay, I am creating a donut chart, I need to show these three parameters. Now to achieve to that particular data, which all tables we need, what should be the connection, what should be the relationship, right? So in short, you can tell we created a data flow diagram which helped us in understanding various data sources, right? Why data flow diagram? What does data flow diagram means? Data flow diagram is basically, again, the similar kind of thing. Once we created like the visual wireframe or mock-up, which means like the charts, various charts. Data flow diagram means how the different tables are connected, how the data is flowing, what all connections do we have in the in the available tables, what all connections we can create, right? So we created a data flow diagram. Let's say like you have three tables, okay? Sales tables, orders tables, return tables. I am talking about retail business so that you understand it like better. So you have, let's say, three tables. So what we will do in data flow diagram, we will create table one. We will write just like we will create three rectangular box. We will create, okay, table one, table two, table three. These are the tables. These are few of the important key fields which will be used in creating the relationship. We will create like that relationship kind of thing, and we understood, okay, these are the three tables or five tables using which we will be able to create this kind of chart. So that is basically the meaning of creating a data flow diagram, so that it helped us in understanding various data sources and the relationship and the fields that are present in the table, right? So once that is done, then what you will do? Then you will write some query, right? SQL code. So in this case, we created SQL codes. If in your project, let's say you're not working with SQL, you are just importing the data in the let's say in your Power BI. So that is also fine. You can just tell that once we understood the data, we saw that all the manipulations, do we need to do any manipulations or not? If that is like minor manipulation, which we can do in Power BI, so we imported the data and we start working on the dashboard. If that is not the case and there are multiple data sources, something is coming from Excel, something is coming from third party, something is coming from SQL database, something is coming from cloud, like there are multiple data sources from where it's coming. programming, and then you need to and it will be very difficult to work with all of those in Power BI, and it's better if you feel that you work with SQL codes and write SQL query and consolidate everything and then have some kind of a structure and put it in Power BI, then you can do that also. So in our case, what we did in this project, we created SQL codes. So to collate the data set, right, and directly connected the dashboard. So this step will depend on what or how you want to talk about your project, right? So the first step will remain same under backend creation. The first step will be creating a data flow diagram to understand various data sources. The second step might, you can tell that, and once we understood, we imported the data in Power BI according to if you want to tell that. Otherwise, if you want to tell that, then we use some SQL queries to basically collate all the data set, and then we imported that data or connected that data to dashboard. That is also fine. Like, it depends on your project or what you want to tell. For this project, you can tell that we have created SQL codes and obtained a collated data set, and then we connected that directly to the dashboard for visualization purpose. So this is the third step. Any question? Anyone?
I think it's clear to follow.
Okay, fine. So, okay, first step is requirement gathering. Second is design and structuring, where you created visual wireframe and get a sign off. Third is backend creation, where you created a data flow and then SQL codes, right? Fourth step. Now, once you have everything, any question?
Are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm not sharing my screen.
Okay, fine.
I'll share the document later on because I need to actually collate few things. That's why today I'm not sharing my screen.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I thought you were saying. Okay.
No, I'm not. Okay.
So basically on the third one, we are creating data warehouse. That's what we're doing, right?
Not data warehouse. Basically, what you are doing is you are collating your data sets. That's what you can tell. You are making your data set in such a format so that like it's usable in your dashboard and you can basically create various visuals, right? Data warehouse, can you use that term or not? I'm not sure. Maybe you can use. Yeah, you can tell that the fourth step is basically the creation of data warehouse, but that is like very big term. So I wanted you guys to basically cut short or maybe tell the entire creation of data warehouse in smaller steps so that it's easier to understand to the interviewer. But the intent is to creating the final collated tables. That's what is the intent.
So Meha, when you say code, SQL codes, that means instead of import the data, keep it in the SQL and manipulate all the data on the SQL side. Is that what it means?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. And Edith, you are right. You were right. So data warehouse, what do you mean by data warehouse? Like, can you explain, like, because data warehouse, what I understand is it is basically from various sources we accumulate data, and it is like the storage of or large storage of data which has been created using various sources. That's what is data warehouse, right? That is what you meant, is it?
Normally what I meant was when we talk about data modeling, we usually think about like the star schema and the other schema. Correct. And then in order to create that, we need a data warehouse, I believe. And that data warehouse usually created on a SQL, because you mentioned SQL, we use a SQL code in order to manipulate our data. So for visualization, more we need it to be in a schema side. I believe, I'm not exactly sure. That is much more easier if we have the fact table, the dimension tables, and then it will be easier to create it on visualization. Right?
Yeah.
So that is,
so then I think your understanding is correct. Yeah. Yeah, you can actually tell that we have created a data management system which enabled and supported
Is it me or me has muted?
Yeah, I think she lost network.
She's gone.
Yeah, should be back. Meha. He's not listening.
Just wait for 1-2 minutes.
Okay. I look like, I see the frame of this project thing,
Exactly, except it's got so many business jargons in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to be habituated with those jargons.
Exactly.
During interview also, definitely like their 30-minute in their 30-minute interview, 10 minutes they will move around this project, challenges, what you did, what was your source system, what all like what all like reporting you did. So mostly question will be like this only. Remaining 10% will be your initial introduction and other question, and 10% they will ask random technical questions.
Yeah, because
if you like this only, yeah.
If you kill it at this stage with your project, that would have been great.
Yeah, that project
is easy for Ben,
No,
she's talking your language here,
No, the pharmaceutical part.
Yeah.
When Mihat speak about pharmaceutical part, that's actually how it works. So that's why, for me, it was kind of clear.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I'll call you tomorrow first thing, if I miss anything you.
From the package. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Ravi, are you going to send us the recording tonight?
I don't know.
You're
I'm not asking that now. I don't think Ravi is with us.
I think network is one la chamale.
Mia is okay. She's saying I'm having power cut in my area. I think so. We have to continue it next time. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me admit her. She's in.
Hi everyone. Sorry, there's power cut in my area. I was trying to connect from my mobile internet, but it was not working. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Aiden, we were on the data warehouse thing, right? So your understanding is right. You can tell that. That's what we actually did. We created the fact table, dimension table. We collated it. Like we created all the basically necessary joins, and finally we got to have like table in such a format that we could have included it in dashboard, right? So you can tell that. That's correct.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we are on time. Maybe like, because this will take another like 10-15 minutes to explain entire thing. So I think our next step, maybe in our next session, or in next session, we have planned to basically work on the project that I think Borzo has gotten. So maybe like once that is done, we will start covering this project. So that's fine. If that is fine with all of you, like what do you want me to do for the next session? That is what you want, right? The project that you got, we need to discuss that.
Yeah,
Berto?
I think that one is a well-rounded questions. Even I was looking at the questions. It literally it involves everything, and we might ended up having those kind of project questions for our interviews as well. So from my end, I think it is a best approach if we go through and detail that project, so that way it's going to be best option for us as well.
Yeah, we can do that. We can work on that one. And then once that is done, because that will also help you guys to have like one project and you can talk about that in detail, maybe in your next interview. So that will help. Yeah, that's fine. We'll cover that one, and then later on we can start like again from where we left today, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. I think we are good then for today. Thank you,
And,
everyone.
in terms of that, the brief introduction about myself and my latest projecting, I kind of updated a little bit and put it on the.
I just saw your intro, the WhatsApp.
Yeah, feel free to edit it whatever way you see fit.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay.
All right. Next
Question, anyone?
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Bye bye. Good night.
All
Good
right.
night.
Have a great one.
Yeah, you too. Bye.